Okay, all praise to the Most High. Hey, shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. Good to see y'all screen faces.
Right.
Got them. Anyways, hey, so the title name is a work in progress, but that's not the title name, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
all
That made
praises.
sense.
All right, so it's called Just One More Time. Just one more time. All right. So give me Romans 15:4.
Yes, sir.
So,
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4.
uh-huh.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So the Bible says what's written aforetime was written for our learning. So we're going to go into the scriptures about just one more time, meaning like you catch yourself watching a video and you start to going, you was like, well, just one more video.
Right.
And then that one more video turned into
10.
5 hours on
Right.
Facebook
Right.
on BS.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the spirit you get when you just say one more time. One more time. All right, so let's go to Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. 17 and verse 9.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9.
Hold on, 7 second, man. Hold on. Let me get there real quick. All right, go ahead.
Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
The heart is deceitful above
No,
all.
no, no, no. Say that again.
The heart.
The what?
The heart
It says the heart is what?
is deceitful.
Is deceitful. So to say just one more time, you deceiving yourself.
Deceiving yourself.
That's what's happening. And a lot of times we catch ourselves doing that. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna use the brother side because I'm not a sister. I'm sure it's the same way with different type of videos. I can imagine maybe you saying you watching some innocent sister video, and then next thing you know, you're on Love and Hip Hop
Right.
for 5 hours. You're watching every episode now. But we catch ourselves doing this. A brother may catch himself watching an innocent video on Facebook. Well, it ain't really innocent on Facebook.
Right.
But watching a video on Facebook, some comedy,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see a sister in there. Oh, that's a pretty sister. Now you start to follow that whole. You following her. Next thing you know, you might see some boobs hang out. And now you done went to every picture with her, then her friend, and then it went all the way down the line. Now you on some twerk video
Right.
because you said, well, just one more time. Just do it. Just one more. It's the last time. It's the last time. No, we have to stop ourselves because what? Read it again.
The heart
Uh-huh.
is deceitful above all things.
And what?
And desperately wicked.
And it's what?
Desperately wicked.
Desperately wicked. IT. I hate to use it. Y'all good? Can we look up a word? Desperately. Can we look that up? Okay, let's look that word up. Let's look up desperately.
Okay.
This is dictionary.com. Maybe you can pull it up and they can see it.
Desperate on dictionary.com.
Uh-huh.
Reckless.
It say what?
Reckless.
It says what?
Reckless.
So our mind is reckless.
Right.
It's reckless. If we can't govern our minds with God laws, it's desperately wicked. It's reckless. Read on.
Reckless
Uh-huh.
or dangerous.
Is what?
Or dangerous.
It's dangerous. Is that it?
Because of despair, hopelessness, or urgency.
Our mind is reckless. To think that we can say just one more time and then we're gonna make it. No, you're basically allowing the serpent to continue to bite you,
Right.
and you think you're not gonna get poisoned. That's ridiculous. So read the scripture again.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
It says our mind is deceitful above all things. Come on.
And desperately wicked.
And desperately wicked. Keep going.
Who can know it?
Who can know it? So our mind is this way. Let's get our mind. Let's get Mark real quick.
Yes, sir.
Mark chapter 7. We got some new people on here. Your mind. Let's see what your heart is according to the Bible.
This is Mark chapter 7 and verse 21.
Uh-huh.
For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
So from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts. Evil thoughts. So your mind is your heart,
Right.
right? And your heart is desperately wicked. It's reckless. It's dangerous. Let's prove that though. Because, a lot of times we think our heart and our mind is working for us. Let's go to Susanna real quick. Let me show you. Let me show you some men that said, just one more time. And they did it so much, it sent them somewhere. Give me Susanna. Let's read. Let's start at verse 7.
The history of Susanna, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk.
Uh-huh.
And the 2 elders saw her going in every day.
So we said 2 elders. Some learned men, right?
Right.
2 elders. Come on.
And walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
Their what?
Their lust was inflamed toward her.
All right, I want you to stop there and go back to Mark real quick. Stop there and go back to Mark. Because we're going to keep reading on Mark, because it says your mind is these thoughts. Let's see what goes through a Negro, a wicked mind, a desperately wicked mind. Let's see.
Mark chapter 7, verse 21.
Well, this is in general everybody.
For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
Evil thoughts. Let's see what some of these thoughts are.
Adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness.
So these things are, this is a reckless spirit upon us fleshly.
Right.
Our minds go to the extreme to do these things right here. And we reading about it in Susanna. But keep going.
Covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness.
It says, go back a little bit. Covetousness.
Wickedness, deceit.
It says wickedness, deceit. And what's crazy about it is we don't think that we deceiving ourselves.
Right.
We miss out on that. We just think, well, I can really just do it again and I'm good. I know how to I can control myself. Well, you done lied to yourself. If Satan can show Christ everything that he can have, or this and this and that, right, what you think he can do to you? And you in sin, you walking in flesh. But keep going.
Thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy.
That's like, it says lasciviousness. So that's like what Cap Hoshai was going over.
Right.
But it's getting into all these different type of sexual desires.
Right.
Some craziness. But keep going.
An evil eye. Blasphemy. Pride.
That's pride. What comes into that? I could just one more time. It's pride. Like you really don't understand. That's why the scripture said, well, who can know it? Right. The mind is deceitful. Who can know it? But keep going.
Foolishness.
Foolishness is in our heart. We fools when we think we use our own brains. But keep going.
All these evil things.
All these evil things
come from within.
Come from within us and what?
And defile the man.
And it defiles us. It defiles us. So let's go back to Susanna. Let's see these men, the defiled men.
History of Susanna, verse 9. And they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgments.
They won't remember what?
Just judgments.
They won't remember just judgments. Come on.
And albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet does not one show another his grief. For they were ashamed to declare their lust.
Right, so they didn't, at first they ain't showing each other that thing. Like you ain't gonna show you. At first you so deep into it, just one more time. I'm gonna peek one more time, or I'm gonna watch this, or I'm gonna do this just one more time, that you scared to confess.
Right.
Or you scared to go get rebuked for the wickedness you in. And this tends to happen. You keep going and going, and you feel ashamed, so I can't go to my brother or I can't go to my sister and be like, hey, I need this, I need help. I've been battling this. I've been going into this. Help me. You don't want to do that, but keep going.
That they desire to have to do with her.
Now they get so built up, and this is just an example of these elders here. But this happens now within the body.
Right.
This happens. You started desiring certain things, whether it's just one more bite. Like you can't stop eating. Now you at a weight that you never been. I've never been this weight before. Well, stop eating. Stop it. Get some help. But keep going.
Verse 12. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her.
Now you get to a point where you can't stop. Say just one more time. Now you watching day to day. You got a whole nother job, but you sitting here doing this. Now we can look at our screen time. We can see, okay, Facebook, and you lied to yourself, or you lied to yourself. You lied to your brothers or your sister. I'm watching IUIC.
Right.
Stop it. Get some help. You're not watching IUIC. You're not doing it. You're lying. What you're doing is on some comedy stuff or on some whatever. You get caught up and you get into other stuff. But that's the spirit you start getting when you have that thought of I can just do it. Another one. Just another one. But keep going.
Verse 13. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
Okay, now you say, okay, let's go home, man. All right, let's go home. All right, let me quit. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. I'm going to quit. I ain't going to do it. All right, I'll see you next time. Or you talking to your phone. Just imagine this is your phone or your computer with your lotion on the side.
Oh, God.
Your computer with the lotion on the side. It is what it is. Or your phone. I got to go to bed now. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. A notification.
Right.
Or you lied to yourself. You're not going to bed. What you going to do? Okay, I'm just... you're going to pop right back up and think about it. But keep going.
So when they were gone out, they parted the one from the other. And turning back again, they came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust.
They acknowledged what?
Their lust.
Now what happens? Now this happens too, and I want to show you this. Go to give me that in Sirach real quick.
Yes, sir.
Cleave unto your liking. Because look, this is a spirit that a brother. Now you got to check yourself. If you ain't aware of this, you hanging around the wrong people. If you're not getting scriptures, if they ain't giving you scriptures, helping you, guiding you with the laws of God, then you're around the wrong sister or brother. But why? Because some brothers don't like the scriptures. They don't like it when you hear. I heard a brother tell me that. Just told me that today. It was like, I tell the brother scriptures. He don't want to listen to me. He don't want to hear me. We get that because you want to cleave unto your light. Give me that. It's let me see. 13, yeah. Cleave unto your light.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13 and verse 16. All flesh consorteth according to kind.
So what?
All flesh consorteth according to kind.
So it's two things you want to recognize here. It said all flesh consorteth according to his kind.
Right.
Now you literally in the flesh. We know this. But the people that's like that get in that spirit where they say just one time, they start cleaving around the same people that had the same mindset. Well, and then you don't realize it because you're so far gone. You're so far caught up into it. You don't realize you're around the same person or a group of people that do the same thing. That act the same way. That's what does it say? That's what did it say? A reckless, dangerous spirit.
Right.
That's what that is. All right, now go back.
Yes, sir.
Guess what happened to these men that just wanted to stay? Now, I want y'all can read Susanna on your own, all right? I want to get to a point. Go to verse 62.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what happened to these men. After all of this, they fell into this. They tried to lie on Susanna. And Daniel, wise as he could be, young and wise.
Right.
Young and wise. Wisdom. Let's see what happened.
History of Susanna, verse 62.
And
according to the law of Moses, they did unto them in the such sort as they maliciously intended to do to their neighbor. And
right. So they got the judgment of what they were going to do to Susanna, or what the judgment she was going to get. What was that?
And they put them to death.
They what?
They put them to death.
So they put them to death. Read.
Thus the innocent blood was saved the same day.
So think about it. That reckless spirit you have on you, of you just one more time, that thought can get you put to death.
Right.
That thought will get you wiped off the earth forever until Christ return, and then you burning in the flames.
The two-time loser.
Two-time loser. All right. So let's go. Let's go to 1 Corinthians real quick. And a lot of times this happen. Let's see when does this happen. So, chapter 6 and verse 18.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Flee fornication.
So it's saying flee fornication. Now this fornication is what? What is fornication? That's a fleshly thing, right?
Right.
These are fleshly spirits. It says flee fornication. Keep going.
Every sin that a man doeth.
So the sin that men do is what?
Is without the body.
Is without the body. It ain't a group of y'all just, most likely it ain't a group of us going to do some sin. It's you going on your own. Just one more time, you doing the little thing on your own, and then you without the body, so you start to sin. Now, it says sin. You're sinning. You've been reckless with your life. Let's get that. Let me get that of Ephesians real quick. This is one of my favorite scriptures. Ephesians 5 and 15.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
See then that you walk circumspectly.
So the mindset we have to have is walk circumspectly. Let's get that. Let's get that definition. So instead of being reckless,
right,
having a dangerous spirit, let's see. Right there.
This is the Google definition of circumspect. Wary and unwilling to take risk.
The spirit we're supposed to have is unwilling to take risk.
Right.
Sin is a risk. It's death behind that.
Right.
We can all agree on that, right? Mm-hmm. The wages of sin is death. We can agree with that. So keep going.
You want some synonyms?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Cautious.
So we're supposed to walk cautiously.
Right. Wary.
Uh-huh.
Careful.
Careful.
Mm-hmm. Chary, guarded, on one's guard, discreet, watchful, alert.
So think about these spirits. I mean, think about this for a second. These synonyms or whatever. If you're supposed to be watchful, alert, walking cautiously, what is that saying? What does that mean?
You tell me, officer.
No, think about it though. If we're supposed to have the spirit of walking, right? That means you're afraid of something, right?
Right.
So something can happen.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Meaning there's always somebody watching over you.
Right. Like
There's
angels.
Like angels. And they're reporting to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Right.
They're reporting to God at the end of the day. So that mindset is, okay, looking on my shoulder. Okay, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't keep saying just one more time because next thing you know, and this is a story. This happened to a brother in another state where he was I'm sure he had the mindset, I'm just gonna watch one more time, never gonna do it again. And then next thing you know, he pushed the wrong button and sent his messages to Telegram and porn.
Oh God.
He sent it to Telegram, and then next thing you know, it's like, what the?
Right.
So of course, everybody we delete, and then it's like, what they say, everybody post some scriptures. Yeah. And and next thing you know, the brother had to get removed from Telegram. Now the brother's still with us. All praise to the Most High. But the point in the matter is, you said it so long, it caught up to you.
Right.
You can't hide it no more. It's manifested.
Mm-hmm. You just one more time, that thing just one too many times.
Exactly.
Right.
He said one more time. He did it the wrong time the last time.
Right.
And then it went everywhere. And then they had to remove him. The brother, you can't have spirits like that. Other brothers was warned. I'm sure other brothers was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, y'all. This ain't y'all friend. Stop. Leave it alone. This is reckless. All right. This is dangerous. All right. Let's go back.
Yes, sir.
Hey, go to Galatians. Actually, Galatians 5.
Yes, sir. You want 5 and 19?
5 and 12, actually.
Yes, sir. The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
I would they were even cut off which trouble you.
So the things that trouble you, cut it off.
Right.
Cut it off. Now, we talk about, okay, videos, you watching this and that. Games. Games. Games, right?
Uh-oh.
Tell me, okay, maybe career, this and that. You say, whatever the case may be. But check this out. Games can lead you out of the world.
Right.
Out of the world, this world, into Esau kingdom. And a lot of times we forget. And that goes with like the whole mind frame of just one more time and you considering you keep doing these certain things. Give me actually Sirach real quick. Go to Sirach chapter 38. In the last verse, 24, I think. That's just what I want.
Yes, sir. The
Go
book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 34.
Uh-huh.
But they will maintain the state of the world.
So a lot of times we don't realize when we keep doing these things that's detrimental to our bodies, our mind, our spirit, our congregation, we're what? Read it again.
But they will maintain the state of the world.
We're maintaining the state of the world. And that's what happens. Yeah, if you're going to sit here and watch, and I'm not innocent. I done call myself, I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing some other stuff, but I'm watching Game of Thrones.
Right.
I'm here watching 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes
Watching
in a
whole
row.
seasons. Right.
Like, what is this? I can't get jiggy with this. We're not supposed to.
Right.
This thing would kill you. But what we doing? Because look, we don't benefit off of that, do we? Okay, we're using it. A lot of times we say this too. And we got to check our spirits on this. We say, well, I'm watching it I'm looking at it spiritual. My spiritual eyes are open on it. And you not. Stop lying.
Watching it because it's just a good show.
It's a good show. Brothers start having tears when somebody dies and stuff.
Right.
Your favorite character.
Right.
Stop it. Get some help. That's what we got to do. So read it again.
But they will maintain the state of the world.
Now we tend to maintain the state of the world when we fall into these. So we watching all this other entertainment in the world. Watch this. Because the scriptures tell you that. Go to 1 Corinthians 5 and 15, excuse me.
Yes, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33.
Come on.
Be not deceived.
So don't be deceived, meaning what? Don't think for yourself.
Right.
Because our mind was to deceive us, right?
Right.
It was our mind. It says, don't read it again.
Be not deceived.
Uh-huh.
Evil communications.
Evil communications. That's not just talking to your worldly family members, this and that. No, that's watching BET. I don't remember last time I watched that, but watching BET, watching I always think of Atlanta Housewives, whatever other shows that's out there. All these shows you start watching, it's evil communication. And what does it do?
Corrupt good manners.
And it corrupts good manners. Because you start to say, just one more time. But the scripture, what it says here is desperate, meaning it's a reckless spirit. It's not benefiting you at all. But what are we doing? We're maintaining the state of this world. Because they're benefiting off of that. They're making so much money, but you're just like aloof. You're gone. All right. So let's get back on. Let's turn it again. Let's go back to Galatians. Galatians 5.
Yes, sir. Galatians chapter 5 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
I would they were even cut off which trouble you.
So the things that trouble you, the spirits you be battling, cut it off. Get away from it. Let's go to Matthew real quick. Matthew 5 and verse 27. We're going to start there.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So it's a look. Just one more time. Just one more time. Now this on both sides. Just one more time. You go to I don't know if sisters working out. I don't know, but maybe they go to the gym. And they look at the dude flexing. The dude want to pump
Check your
or
shoe
whatever
size.
weight or whatever. Looking at the shoes too long. Look, he's got big hands.
Right.
Yeah, whatever you looking at, stop it. Keep going.
And if thy right eye offend thee.
So if it's something now it's to a point where it's offensive, it can harm you. This is a reckless spirit you have. What do you must do?
Pluck it out.
Pluck it out. Now, don't walk around with one eye. Don't walk around plucking your eye out. Get some help. Get that spirit away from you. Go. So this thing is profitable. To cut these things off is profitable. So one of your members, so you can get that spirit off of you. Keep going.
And not that thy whole body should be cast into hell.
Right. So you won't die just like those elders did with Susanna. So you won't be cast out. It's profitable for you to just cut it off. Get rid of. Maybe you don't need Wi-Fi access. Yeah, maybe you don't need a cable or whatever that is, that stumbling block that's holding you from cutting it off. Maybe you don't need that. Is that it? Keep going. I'm sorry.
And if thy right hand offend thee,
Uh-huh.
cut it off.
Cut it off.
And cast it from thee.
Uh-huh.
For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast
He
into
had
hell.
to say it again. Cut it off. Get rid of it. Pluck it out. Stop. All right, let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 3. I'm sorry, verse 5.
Yes, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
So we already established that leaning unto our own understanding is detrimental to us.
Right.
Leaning to our own understanding is reckless. It's dangerous.
Got us put in slavery.
It got us put in slavery. Watch that. And then I said we maintain the state of the world. All these things that we do leads to, go to Judith real quick. Watch this. Judith 5. You know what I want?
Yes.
All praises. All praises. Judith 5.
The book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
But now are they returned to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem. Verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people and they sin against their God.
So you don't think these devices that Esau made do you think that's for our good?
No.
It's not. Well, now we can use it to benefit us if we're using it in righteousness, meaning, okay, like classes like this, Zoom. We can use that. But if you're using it to Snapchat secretly and then mess over whatever you're doing, then something wrong. But Esau put that in place for a reason. That's why we read maintain the state of their world, meaning they doing this so that you can stay in sin. They putting all these things and making it so easy for you. Oh, okay, you're gonna leave us? Well, we're gonna discount your bill today. We're gonna make it cheaper. We don't want you to go. They're gonna do whatever it takes to keep you locked and loaded into their world. They're gonna do it. But keep going.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Right. So when they can keep us that way, it's gonna be our ruin. Read.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity.
He said, and we were going to overcome them. And that's how that's how it's conquering us now. Because we allowing this to happen. That evil communication is controlling us. You understand this. What Esau got put in their system is governing us. Yes, we know they were put here to afflict us for our sins. But we allow their entertainment world to govern us. Now everything we think is because of this.
Right.
Because it said it here, so it's got to be real. Like the old Google saying, you got to believe everything on Google. Right. It's Google, That's the mindset we go behind with all their stuff. But keep going.
But
Uh-huh.
if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Right. So now we can flip it upside down if we just keep God's commandments. If we just follow what's written here.
Right.
Instead of saying, just one more time. Just need one more time. Just one more video. All right, let's go to Matthew real quick. So the spirit we have to have into changing this, to changing that spirit. Matthew 26 and verse 41.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41.
Uh-huh.
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
So the scriptures tell us to watch and pray. What we just hit at?
And I forgot. I'm sorry.
We read it in Ephesians, the circumspect.
Right.
But we looked up the definition and it said what? It said be watchful, right?
Yeah,
That's the spirit is telling us. Cautious. You got to pay attention. That's what it's saying. Not you. I mean, like in general, we have to pay attention. Read it again.
Watch and pray.
Uh-huh.
That ye enter not into temptation.
That we enter not into temptation, into these wicked devices that's put in front of us to soothe us in our captivity. We have to pay attention to this because it gets us to a spirit of being reckless. It's a dangerous mindset. All right? Is that it?
The spirit indeed is willing.
The spirit is willing.
But the flesh is weak.
So don't you think the scripture say Esau is wiser than Daniel, right?
Right.
Don't you think they know that the flesh is weak? Meaning all I got to do is put things in front of it and shoot, if you ain't in the spirit, you're going to fall for it.
Right.
Your flesh, you weak. You're going to fall for it. So it's something we have to do. We have to govern our minds with this. We have to. This is the foundation. Hey, let's go to 2nd Ezra real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 14.
Second Ezra.
Let me show you how to control that. It's just one more time, spirit. 34.
Chapter 14 and verse.
No, start 14 first.
Second Ezra 14:14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
So let go from the mortal thoughts, meaning of that weak flesh. Come on.
Cast away the burdens of man.
Uh-huh.
Put off now the weak nature.
So that spirit is a weak spirit. Put it off. Put it off. Come on.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Jump down to verse 34.
Verse 34.
No, so I'm sorry. Do 17 first and then 34.
Yes, sir. Verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age.
So the world has gotten weaker through age. That's why we can see, and we're going to talk about it on the radio show, but that's why we can see what Esau doing. Right. It's increasing. It's coming to an end with this gay stuff and all of that. That homosexual. Right. This world is weak. It's at a weak estate. Keep going.
So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
It's so weak, evils are increasing. So for you to say just one more time to have that same, that's a weak spirit. You're not understanding the world is about to end. But you want to fall into your lusts, your temptations. Go to verse 34.
Verse 34.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding.
So if you subdue your own understanding, your mind, which is wicked, desperately wicked, reckless, dangerous. If you read it again.
Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding.
Subdue your own understanding. Come on.
And reform your hearts.
And what?
And reform your hearts.
And change your mind. Come on.
Ye shall be kept alive.
That's how you gonna live.
Right.
And read.
And after death, ye shall obtain mercy.
And you shall obtain mercy. You can't do that walking in flesh. You can't. You have to change your mind. Now, we know this basic, but let's get it. Psalms 19 real quick. It says, reform your hearts. Let's see.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
The law of the Lord is perfect. That's the perfect thing. That's what we should desire. Not some shows, some crazy shows, or whatever. I'm so old. I think of old shows like the clock dude with the clock. What's his name? Flavor, Flav. I don't know what's new out there now. All praise to the Most High. And got that spirit of watching stuff. But hey, it says, read it again.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
The laws of God is perfect.
Converting the soul.
So that thing reforms your mind, changes you. That converts your soul. Come on.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So this is how we can gain understanding, through the laws of God.
Right.
Through the laws of God. Hey, let's go. Let's go to Psalms 119 real quick. Psalms 119, and we're going to read verse. I'm sorry. Yeah, we read that first because I'm going to jump back. Verse 59.
59, yes, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies.
So the mindset going into getting that spirit off you, that reckless spirit, is thinking on your ways. Thinking on, and how do you know your ways? How? You go to the scriptures.
Right.
It'll tell you right about yourself. If you got this spirit, it's going to show you, like, you got this. Or go to a brother that's going to give you the scriptures. Don't go to that one that's the same way you are, that has the same spirit you have, that reckless spirit. Read.
Verse 60.
I
made haste.
He what?
I made haste.
Make haste. Stop procrastinating. That's the spirit of procrastination, where when you say just one more time, nah. And then you make it long. You elongate the issue that's on you. You slowly killing yourself. You made haste and what?
And delay not to keep thy commandments.
And delay not to keep thy commandments. That's what we have to do. We have to delay not. Stop procrastinating. Stop it. All right? Let's go to back to Galatians 5. Galatians 5 and verse 16.
Yes, sir. The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit.
So what we telling you is to walk in the spirit. Come on.
And ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
And then you can't fulfill that. If you constantly in the scriptures, you can't fulfill those lustful thoughts. Those things that will kill you. At the end of the day, is going to kill you. You can't fulfill those things. Is that it?
Yes. Sir.
Keep going.
Yes, sir. Verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other.
Right. So it's a constant battle between these two. Come on.
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
So you can't be able to do the right things, because they constantly battle. That's that lukewarm spirit. That's the brother that don't know if he want to really be about this truth or not.
Right.
That's that spirit. We got to cut that out. Or that sister. The same way, that same spirit. You can't, something that's not clicking in your brain to keep the laws of God. Why? Because Esau has corrupted you. Consumed you with everything that looks good on TV. You know, they got 5K now. 4K, 5K.
Right.
You got the 5G phones. You got all this fancy stuff that can distract you, keep you off track, and you lose. Isn't that how the thing go? You lose. But is that it?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Hey, jump down to verse 25.
Yes, sir. Galatians 5:25. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit.
So if we live in the spirit, let us walk in the spirit. We know. Give me 1 Peter's real quick, because we follow Christ, right? We want to be like him. Let's see Christ. 1 Peter 2 and 21.
Yes, 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example.
He left us an example
that ye should follow his steps.
That we must follow his steps. How was his steps?
Who did no sin.
He what?
Who did no sin.
So that's an option to not do sin. If you're following after Christ, you won't do sin. Of course, we know what's the Christians say all the time? I'm a new creature in Christ.
Right.
Okay, stop sinning then. Stop sinning. That's it. Just stop sinning. All right, read that again.
Who did no sin.
Because Christ did no sin. Matter of fact, give me that in Matthew. Because he said, and he's showing you how to do it. We read it in Psalms. We're perfect. And we're going to read it in Matthew. Go ahead.
Matthew 19?
5.
Oh, okay.
My bad. You don't know what I want. 5 and verse 48.
Yes, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 48.
Come on.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
So he said, be perfect, even as our Father in heaven is perfect. That means going into the scriptures. Right? That means cutting off, casting that stuff away, the things that's afflicting you, the things that's a detriment to your soul, that's going to kill you. Let's go to John 6 and 63. How do we do that? You know, you get around like-minded men or sisters. You get in the scripts. What's the problem? Let's go to the solution. All right, go ahead.
John chapter 6, verse 63.
Yes, sir.
It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing.
It says the spirit that quickeneth, that makes you better, that changes you. The flesh does nothing. We keep hearing the same thing, like it don't profit, sin don't profit. If it's not profiting you, why mess with it?
Right.
Why do it? That's like going to work and not getting paid.
It's spiritual suicide.
Right. No, you know what it's called? Stupid.
Right.
You stupid. When you keep going after that, because there's no profit in it. Keep going.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
These words are spirit and life. Matter of fact, go to Romans. This is within it, but Romans 6 and 23. Because I mentioned it earlier. So you think it's profiting you. Let's prove it. It's not. Let's see what it is.
The book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
The wages of sin is what?
Is death.
Okay, that's your payment. There you go. That's your profit. You win. Nope. You lose. That's what they're saying, right?
Right.
You lost. It's not profiting you. It doesn't work. Hey, let's go. Let's go back. Yeah. Let's see 1 Corinthians.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost done here, y'all. If you know.
Yes, sir.
1 Corinthians 16, 15.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 16 and verse 15. I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints.
They what?
Have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints.
So if you about this truth, about this work, you have to addict yourself to this, not to the things of the world that you keep craving after.
Right.
Because it's going to kill you. You keep craving after it, but addict yourself to the ministry. Keep going.
Verse 16, that ye submit yourselves unto such, and to every one that helpeth with us and laboreth. Right,
so submit yourself to this. Be around the men that's going to do the same thing. Not the ones that's going to allow you to stay in your sin. Not your mama that you living with that keep buying that lotion. Oh, son, you running out of lotion? No. Stop supporting this habit. Stop. Leave it alone. Be around them, be around the like-minded men. That's going to keep you pushing this truth. That's going to keep you right. Let's go to Judith real quick. Judith chapter 8.
The book of Judith, chapter 8 and verse 24.
Judith 8 and 24. Let's go.
Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren.
So this is the mindset we have to have. We have to be an example to our brethren. Come on.
Because their hearts depend upon us.
Because their what?
Their hearts depend upon us.
Because their minds depend upon us. That desperate, wicked mind depends upon you knowing the scriptures going to help heal them. Their minds depend upon you. But if you can't stop if you just can't get enough of that other stuff, if you can't stop it, then you're no help.
Right.
Move out the way so the next laborer can get pulled up and moved up. Just move out the way. Get out of here. Read it again.
Now, therefore, O brethren,
Uh-huh.
let us show an example to our brethren, because their hearts depend upon us.
Because their hearts depend upon us. Yes, you, whoever can hear me, depends upon you. But when you slack, when you keep saying just one more time, stand off into your sin, procrastinate about moving into this truth, you're reckless, you're dangerous. Nobody wants to be around you but the people that want to do the same thing, the lazy people that want to do the same thing, that has the same spirit. Those people want to be around you. Hey, go to Joshua 1. Joshua 1. And we're going to read verse 8.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
So the book of the law should not leave your mind, because at the end of the day, when it's not, if you don't have this on you, you want to do everything that looks good out, because all that stuff out there is attractive.
Right.
Especially when it wasn't COVID-19, everything was looking good. You can go eat whatever, you just do whatever. You can go, I can go to the amusement parks. You can go hang out, or people was in clubs or whatever people was doing. That stuff looks exciting, tempting, very tempting. But it's not the solution. Read it again.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
So the mindset we must have, instead of being into the world 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on this and that, meditating the laws of God. Right. Allow your foundation to be this. The only thing that's ever worked for us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is the only thing that works. Go to this. And what?
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Then you're going to allow yourself to be prosperous. Then you're going to have good success. So what does that tell you?
Our success
depends on what?
On applying the scriptures.
Applying the scriptures. Okay. You got a little success in the world. That's worldly, though. That stuff is going to pass away. Right. Your treasure's been laid up in heaven. Remember, if you're not doing this for your salvation, then what you're doing is maintaining the state of the world.
Right.
You're doing everything to make Esau, or to allow Esau to say, 10 generations from now, my kid's going to be wealthy. Because that nigga mindset of, just one more time.
Right.
Just one more time. That same spirit, that's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. Hey, go to, just went blank. Get something, man.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy 4 verse 5. Because it's just going into what as far as this is our success right here. You know what I'm saying? This is our wisdom and understanding.
I'll read it. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Right. So the laws of God, these are the things that should govern us in our communities. Read on.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so, in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. Read on.
Keep therefore and do them.
So we're supposed to keep the laws of God and do them, apply them in our daily lives. Read on.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So when the other nations look at us, do they say like, oh, they're a wise nation? No, they don't say that about us because we don't apply the laws of God. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this is a quick little precept.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, go Sirach chapter 4, 34.
You want 4 or 34? I'm sorry.
34.
Yes, sir.
Let me jump there. No, 34:9.
Yes, sir.
34:9.
The book of Ecclesiasticus.
Hold on, Speedy Gonzalez. Just flying through here. All right, go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34 and verse 9. A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, And he that hath much experience will declare wisdom.
Uh-huh.
He that hath no experience knoweth little.
Uh-huh.
But he that hath traveled is full of prudence.
Right. So you got to think about this. For you to have that procrastinating spirit, you're never going to be able to fulfill this.
Right.
You're never going to be able to get out and actually be that example to your brethren.
Right.
You can't. And you're not going to be able to go out and step to the leadership. Because leadership ain't in Arkansas. Believe it or not, they're not here.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we got Officer
here.
Emmanuel, we got
Right.
Officers Rob,
Right.
but we ain't got the elders.
Right.
We don't have bishop. We don't have the deacons. So in order, you need help. And then think about it. A lot of times we'll catch ourselves into everything else but these wise men that's going to help guide us. We catch ourselves in that spirit, and we can't have that. So I'm going to leave y'all with, go to Isaiah real quick. So how to govern, how to gain experience, go travel and be around the men that can help build you. How to control your mind,
Right.
stand in the scriptures.
You got to overcome what you're going through personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because
So
a lot of
you get
times, well, look, I'm sorry. Go to Sirach real quick.
Yes, sir.
This is why I said that. Jump back a chapter 33, and read verse 27.
Yes, sir. Ecclesiasticus 30.
That's what we're advising brothers that's lazy. They just want to stay in their house to go travel, gain experience, so you won't catch yourself procrastinating, catch yourself in a spirit that's reckless. Watch this.
Ecclesiasticus 33:27.
Uh-huh.
Send him to labor,
Send you to labor.
that he be not idle.
He be not idle, because that idle spirit leads into what? It's one more time.
Right.
Yes, sisters too. They need to go visit other schools, learn the spirits of the elder sisters of the congregation. It's the sisters that's been learning under their bishop wife.
Right. You saying go into the tightest tools.
Be
Right.
live and direct in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, but go ahead.
Send him to labor, that he be not idle.
Uh-huh.
For idleness teaches much evil.
Idleness teaches much evil. Because what happens? You started thinking so much. Look, we messed up. We started thinking too much. We started to, and it failed us. Actually, I want to give me that in Baruch real quick. Baruch 4. It failed us. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28.
Yes, sir. Baruch chapter 4, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Right, because it was our mind to go astray. And this is heavy too, because when you start to follow in Esau, your mind is going astray.
Right.
You're just slowly drifting off
Right.
to Esau land, never land. That's where you're going. You're going to never land, and you're going to die forever. But it says, read it again.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God,
Uh-huh.
so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
So being returned, seek him 10 times more, because that idle spirit will kill you. You have to go to him. You have to do it. All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 34. I'll leave y'all with this.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah 34.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16.
That ain't what I want. I'm just playing. That's what I want. All praise. You in the spirit, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 34 and 16.
Uh-huh.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord.
So the mindset is going to the laws of God. Being around the same men that's going to seek the laws of God, that's going to actually rebuke you, or the sisters that's going to rebuke you if you're false, if you're being
Going
wicked,
off.
if you're
Right.
going off. But keep going.
And read. No.
And you know what's heavy too?
Yes,
Because we said we would come about cut it off, right? This and that. It's talking about that brother or that sister that you're around that really ain't building you where you need to be. Oh, why would you say that? That's my brother. I love him. Yeah, I ain't talking about talk bad or look bad behind it, this and that. But he ain't on the level of where you trying to go. He want to sit idle. He want to chill. He just want to play video games. That's all he want to do. He just want to soak the couch. He want to make the couch a sweat bed or something. Whatever he want to do. You might just have to cut them off. Say, all right, bro, I'm shalom, Most High Christ, I'm going to limit my time with you for now till your spirit get whatever, or throw in scripture and move on. Get around a brother that's going to, because the scriptures tell you that. I had to edit that bad boy. We here? Okay. All praises. Hey, get the scripture.
Yes,
what I have you going?
You want
6. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sirach chapter 6.
Yes, sir. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get
No, that's not what I want.
I'm sorry.
You're all right.
You talking about observe the times?
Nope. Jump to verse 30. Start at 32.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sirach 6 and 32. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught.
Uh-huh.
And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent.
Right. So now it's talking about applying thy mind. Having that idle spirit get away from you. How? Keep going.
If thou love to hear.
Uh-huh. If you love to hear. So if you love to hear. Think about this. So you like hearing movies, comedy. You love to hear so much you can't just stop. I love to hear. What did it tell you about if you love to hear?
If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding.
And what kind of how? What does this mean? Let's keep going.
And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise.
Right. So this talking about a prudent man, a man that has a mindset that he wants to hear the laws of God. He gonna go around people that's gonna help him find that, help him get understanding. Watch this. Keep going.
Stand in the multitude of the elders, and cleave unto him that is wise.
Nah, be around a brother that's really not building you.
Stand in the multitude of the elders, and cleave unto him that is wise.
So that's what you have to do. Be around the men that's wise. That's gonna say, okay, you idle, bro. Get out, bro. You need to go put in the work.
Right.
Well, we got fly missions every day. We got this. We got that. Sis, you idle, sis. You know they got a fly team, right? You can go fold some flyers. They got the decoration crew. We see behind us wrinkled. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's what it is. If you got sisters that's idle, they can do that. Beautify the place. Not effeminate. No, don't make it feminine, but make it look good. But keep going.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
So that's the mindset we have to have. Be willing to hear every godly discourse. Because if not, you're going to have that same dragged out spirit that's reckless. That's that spirit of, just one more time, I'm just going to chill and chill. Look, I know they want me to do this. I got a little more. Look, and this, I'm telling you, brothers have this spirit where they say, I'm going to do a fly mission. But they keep saying just one more time, and they catch themselves, and then it's 6 o'clock. Oh, now you got to rush to go on this, or you just forget about it. Well, I'm too late. I ain't going to say nothing because they're going to get me. They're going to rebuke. Yes, we're going to rebuke you. You were supposed to be here. But that's the spirit of brother have. But it say, read it again.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
Right, so drop that. Go back to where we was at. What would we? Isaiah
34, yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
The Bible says, seek out of this. That's what it's saying. We're reading Isaiah. He says, seek out of this. Seek out of the book of the Lord, which is this. And what?
And read.
And read. Why was it saying that? Just like we read in Romans. Because it's for our learning. It's something in here that can help guide us the right way so we won't look like fools when Christ returns. So we have a chance of hitting the chariot.
Right.
Everlasting life for those that seek out of the book of the Lord and read. Keep going.
No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate.
Right. So we know the Bible, the prophecy in here, it ain't going to fail.
Right.
Look, that TV show is going to end eventually.
Right.
You're going to have the last episode, and you're going to be jacked up. Video game is going the Xbox going to get the red eye devil or whatever, the red ring of fire or whatever, and it's going to shut down.
Right.
Your PlayStation 5 is going to get hacked, and you done. But read it again.
No one of these shall fail.
No one of these shall fail. Read.
None shall want her mate.
This ain't going to fail. Everything's in here is going to be fulfilled. You're going to die if you don't repent. It's going to happen. Hey, all praise to the Most High. That's all I got, y'all.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.